Hey everyone at Platinum Cappers, it's time to dive into some NCAA men's basketball action. Today, we're talking about a thrilling matchup happening this Friday, January 12, 2024, between the Boise State Broncos and the Nevada Wolfpack. Buckle up, because this game, set to tip off at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time at the Lawler Events Center, is one you won't want to miss. First up, let's talk about the Boise State Broncos. They've been putting up a strong fight this season, coming into this game with an 11-4 record. Averaging 76 points per game and shooting at 46.4% from the field, they're a force to be reckoned with. Their three-point game is solid too, averaging 7.6 per game at a 34.8% success rate. But they do have a weak spot: turnovers, averaging about 11.9 per game, which could be a problem against a team like Nevada. Speaking of the Nevada Wolfpack, they're not just good. They're spectacular, boasting a 15-1 record. Averaging 79.1 points per game and shooting at an impressive 47.7% from the field, their offense slightly outshines the Broncos. And let's not forget their free throw game, with a success rate of 73.11%. Their defensive rebounding, averaging 27.9 per game, shows they're strong on both ends of the court. In the spotlight, we've got Boise State's Tyson Degenhardt, a key player in the forward position, averaging 15.3 points and 5.4 rebounds per game. He's up against Nevada's Jared Lucas, an intimidating guard who averages 17.6 points per game and shines with a 93% free throw accuracy. Their face-off is going to be one of the game's highlights. Now, let's talk betting trends. The Broncos have been strong at home, hitting the money line in 13 of their last 15 games. The Wolfpack, on the other hand, have won 22 of 30 money line matches since 2017. Both teams have shown trends that could influence your betting decisions. So, what's the pick? Considering both teams' strong offensive capabilities and trends, we're leaning towards a high-scoring game. The specifics of the spread and money line will play a big role in final betting strategies, so keep an eye on those. But for now, our free pick and prediction: Boise State Broncos to edge it out with a 74-72 victory over the Nevada Wolfpack. Thanks for tuning in to Platinum Cappers. Remember, always bet responsibly and keep an eye on those evolving odds and team news. Catch you next time for more expert insights and predictions. Hello sports enthusiasts, and welcome to Platinum Cappers, your go-to source for NCAA men's basketball insights. Today, we're focusing on an exciting matchup between the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Indiana Hoosiers, happening this Friday, January 12, 2024. Get ready for an enthralling game at Assembly Hall, set to be broadcast live on FS1 from 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This encounter is not just a display of talent but also an intriguing option for bettors and fans seeking top-notch college basketball insights. The Minnesota Golden Gophers have been a formidable force this season. They're entering this game with an impressive average of 78.9 points per game and a strong field goal percentage of 48.9%. Their offense is not the only highlight. Defensively, they're grabbing an average of 37 rebounds per game and maintaining 6.9 steals and 5 blocks rates. However, their vulnerability lies in averaging 12.3 turnovers and 15.7 fouls per game, which could be problematic against a tough team like Indiana. Speaking of the Indiana Hoosiers, they're not far behind, with an average of 74.4 points per game and a field goal percentage of 48.4%. Their three-point shooting may lag slightly at 33.2%, but their free throw attempts are noteworthy, averaging 23.6 per game at a success rate of 66.7%. Defensively, they're a bit less aggressive but still capable, averaging 35.3 rebounds per game. Their turnovers and fouls per game are similar to Minnesota, which could potentially give the Gophers an edge. Now, let's focus on key players: Dawson Garcia from the Golden Gophers and Malik Reneau from the Hoosiers. Garcia, averaging 16.7 points and 7.6 rebounds per game, is a consistent scorer and rebounder. However, his lower three-point field goal percentage might limit him in some aspects. On the other side, Reneau has been highly efficient, averaging 16.3 points with a remarkable 59.2% field goal percentage and contributing significantly in rebounds and assists. Yet, his higher turnover rate could be a concern against Minnesota's defense. The face-off between Garcia and Renaud is set to be a pivotal one. Garcia's scoring and rebounding efficiency will challenge Renaud's defensive skills, while Renaud's offensive versatility will test Garcia's defensive capabilities. Their performances could very well shape the outcome of this game. As for betting odds, they are yet to be determined. But based on the team's trends and performances, this game is shaping up to be a closely contested battle. Minnesota's offense-oriented trends, including hitting 22 of 32 1H game total overs and 14 money lines in their last 31 matches, contrast with the Hoosiers' resilience and ability to close games, as evidenced by hitting 22 of 34 moneyline games. Considering these insights, our prediction leans towards a close game with a slight advantage for Minnesota. However, focusing on first-half totals and moneyline bets could be strategic, given both teams' strong performances in these areas. Our free pick and prediction for this showdown: Minnesota Golden Gophers to come out on top with a score of 76-72 over the Indiana Hoosiers. Thank you for joining Platinum Cappers. Remember, smart betting is key, and stay tuned for more expert analysis and predictions. Catch you next. Hey there, Platinum Cappers fans. Today, we're gearing up for a fantastic NCAA men's basketball matchup, as the Nebraska Cornhuskers with a strong 13-3 record take on the Iowa Hawkeyes, currently at 9-6. Set to unfold at the Carver Hawkeye Arena this Friday, this game is about more than just the scoreboard. It's a showcase of tactical prowess and individual brilliance. So, let's dive into what this game has in store for us, with the broadcast kicking off at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on BTN. The Nebraska Cornhuskers have been showing some serious promise this season. They're racking up an average of 78.4 points per game, thanks to their efficient and consistent performance on the court. They're not just about scoring, though. With 16.2 assists per game and a defense that's snagging 6.7 steals and 2.8 blocks per game, they're disrupting their opponents' plays effectively. But, they're about to face a team that brings its own strengths to the hardwood. Enter the Iowa Hawkeyes. These guys are a force on offense, averaging an incredible 86.7 points per game. They edge out Nebraska in both field goal percentage at 47.5% and rebounding, averaging 38.7 rebounds per game. Their aggressive defense, marked by 8.4 steals and 4.2 blocks per game, speaks to their ability to challenge Nebraska's strategies. Now, let's talk about key players. For the Cornhuskers, guard Keisei Tominaga has been a game-changer, averaging 14.6 points per game with impressive shooting stats. His ability to hit long-range shots adds a dynamic edge to Nebraska's offense. However, his focus on scoring rather than overall team play might be a factor to consider against Iowa's strong team. On the Iowa side, we have forward Ben Crick, a versatile player averaging 16.7 points per game and bringing more than just scoring to the table. With 5.6 rebounds per game and a significant presence on both ends of the court, Crick's all-around game makes him a key asset for the Hawkeyes. His performance could be crucial in deciding the outcome of this matchup. As for the betting odds, they're still up in the air. But given the team's stats and trends, this game is shaping up to be a nail-biter. Bettors, keep your eyes peeled for the spread and money line as they become available. Diving into the betting trends, Nebraska has been hitting the money line consistently, with a record of winning outright in 17 of their last 29 games. Their high-scoring nature is also evident, having hit the game total over in 21 of their last 32 games. Iowa, on the other hand, shows a similar pattern, especially with strong starts at home, hitting the 1H game total over in 15 of their last 21 home games. So, what's the pick for this game? It's looking like a high-scoring affair. Nebraska's consistency and Iowa's home court advantage are making this a tough choice. However, Iowa's slightly better offensive stats and the advantage of playing at home might tip the scales in their favor. Expect this game to be close and competitive, but Iowa might have the edge in the later stages. Betting on the over for the total points and leaning towards Iowa for the money line could be your best bet. Our free pick and prediction: Iowa Hawkeyes to come out on top with a score of 85-80 over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Thanks for tuning in to Platinum Cappers for your NCAA men's basketball analysis. Remember, smart betting is the way to go. Stay tuned for more predictions and insights. Catch you next.